So the next step, it was about the what? We have talked about what? About the name and its descriptions. That's why we have said that when you use the term Sachem College here describe the what? Be in a position to describe the name, and you have the what? We have the description for that is which is infotech. But because not many people who's they can be a person to understand what is the infotech all about, that's why we use the term college, Sachem College. So that when you use the term Sachem College, many people, even if they don't know what Sachem means, they know college is where you can get a various courses together. So they can be able to ask now, what is the what? What are the courses that you do offer? And they can be told, this is the course that we do offer, or there, this is the kind of, this may be there, we offer driving, or we offer ICT courses, or business studies courses altogether. Yeah. So that is why we use the term Sachem, whereby Sachem means a leader, and you have now the infotech, which means information technology. Change, please. Change. So it's about the information about Sachem, which means a leader, and you have infotech, which means information technology. It means that is leader in information technology. That is where the term now the name and its description come from. That is a Sachem, and it means most of the things we expect to see in Sachem infotech is what? Information technology courses. If we start now like a driving school, you need to have to register a different company, which by we can use the term Sachem and use what? We can use now the Sachem driving school altogether. We have the Nini, just look for 5 bob if possible. So what I'm saying is that we have to use the what? The Sachem driving school, or maybe we use now another diversify. We have to diversify our name because Sachem Infotech we have mostly registered at the information technology courses. That's what I'm saying. That is very crucial. If you want a diverse, that's why you can use the term enterprise together, whereby those one are just a diverse term, and it will be in a position to make you understand more about it. Are we together up to there? Yeah. Now, after now we have the name. After now we have the name, whereby you have said about the name and its description. Then you have to think of items you're gonna sell in that company or that institution together. That's why we have the something called product and services being marketed. That is the second point. So first, tumesema ni, we have said is about the name of the company and its description. Two, second one, we have said is about what? We have said is about items and services, or products and services being marketed. It's just the same thing. Product and services being marketed, or items and services being marketed. So that is where now that depending with the name that you have described, that's where people will know more about what to deal with. That means if, for example, my business is about what? Is about information technology, we expect to see some of the services there for training together, or maybe cyber services. Those are some of the things people they expect to see. Either some services like cyber services, like photocopying, lamination. Those are something that relate with what? Information technology. Or we expect to see the training for ICT courses, information and communication technology courses. That's what we expect to see. So if you fail to see some of those things, it means the name you have misused the name altogether as per the descriptions for that. Then product, you can still sell the product which may be relating with the what. So it will be very hard. For example, right now we just come here and start now saying that we put motumbas there altogether and just use the same term altogether. Unless now we sell that one, we call it like a side hustle, which is not described in the market altogether, in the business altogether. Use that one as a side hustle, but not there to be put in the same business altogether. Yeah, because now the business you have been violated with the name which you have used for that business altogether. Yeah, but selling like products like computers, memory cards, phones, all those, they are relating with the information technology, even if they are products altogether. Yeah, that is how you come to the product and being at the same time the services being marketed. Another thing you have to think of is about your customers. Customers in the business are very, very crucial, because in every business you put in an area, you expect you have to aim the what? Your customers. That is why you can end up seeing that maybe in some places you go, you put a business, but you see, this business is not coming out altogether. Yeah, not growing at all. Kwa nini? Because one of the things you see in the business is about what? You expect your customers. For example, I don't expect to start my butcher in one of the places, for example, in those Turkana area where most of the Muslims are there, and I start selling pork altogether. Yeah, it will be very rare to see most of the Muslim altogether. It's almost non-existence for Muslim to eat what? Pork altogether. Or yeah, that means it will be a challenge. If you put them, it's like you are telling them to run away from your business, because you are putting something that they are not used to consume altogether. Yeah, it means one of the things that you expect to put for any product, you have to expect your customers. You look, maybe the business that you are putting, most of your customers will be maybe the generation peer. You can those are some of the things you can determine the generation, or maybe people who are in that area. You see that most of them, they can consume that product, or they can be in a position to get that service you want to start together. Yeah, because like phone flashing, and you see that maybe those people in those remote areas, you see that I can now put a very big company for phone flashing, yet very few people who are there are together. They don't know even how to use the phones, or maybe they are not being able to access the phones. Maybe there is a problem with the network altogether. So it means maybe few people who are using there is Kambambe. So it means phone flashing, it will be not being able to get well in that place. But if I go to the city where people use the many phones, big phones, they can be able to do what? To access airtime and access what? Phone flashing, among other services, which are still relating with the IT. Are we together? It means your customers, you have to look your customers, the number of customers, the area, the coverage of your customers, what they want more altogether, so that you can be in a position to consume maybe your product, or be in a position to get those services that you are offering. So I hope we are together up to there. Now something else about the service. Something else is about the supplier. The supplier is the same as vendor. So using QuickBooks, you call them vendors, or you can call them what? Supplier. So supplier or vendor, they are just the same people. They are talking the same. They are just synonym. Supplier or a vendor, and they are very crucial in the business, because that's one of the most challenging factor in the business. For example, you want to be selling the imported products, and maybe those imported products, it means you don't have most suppliers altogether. Most suppliers, your suppliers, they are just outside the country. Sometimes maybe they can end up failing you, or maybe bring a delay. This means those products you've been able to be selling, that you don't have them altogether. Yeah, you'll be out of stock. So it means that even if I want, for example, I'm selling it in papers, I need to have various suppliers or various vendors, whereby if I tell them I need 5 cartons, they can be in a position to supply them in a adequately together and at a good time. Not to be telling me, just wait me tomorrow or the day after tomorrow so that I can supply those 5 cartons. It means those are not serious vendors. I may end up failing. They can end up failing me because the moment I need more product, they expect at the end of the day to supply me with the adequate product I need, or the adequate product I need from them. It means those are one of the things you should consider when you are dealing with a supplier or a vendor. That's how. Yeah. So that in case I want link papers, I want photocopying, that is envelopes, I want maybe something else like computers, there can be some people who can supply me with enough number of computers that I want and affordable price. Not only just to supply me, but at affordable price. Because we are bearing in mind, we have said in business, you are aiming for a profit. It means even if you get a vendor who can supply you with the product but at a high margin price, it means you made up selling at a high price so that you can make a profit, whereby that one will reduce the number of customers you expect to buy for that product. Is it true? Yeah, unless maybe the product is not is out of maybe the duration, because there are some products they go with the duration that they end up zinaadimika altogether. Yeah, or maybe there are very few in that time altogether. They go with the seasons. So it means those products sometimes maybe there are very few in that season. Though it means that you have to hike the price altogether, because maybe the demand is high but the supply is very low. So that means supply is very crucial in business. Who can maintain the same price, or maybe even if you can hike the price, just I can hike with a reason altogether at a very low margin altogether, not high margin. That is about the supplier. So that anytime you want a product, you can be able to get it at the right time. Another thing to think of in the business, we have said the first one is the what? Company description, items and services, customers, suppliers, and now we are something called banking. Banking is very crucial in the business, because right now, even if you put in a business, you expect to be somewhere that your money are safe altogether. Yeah, because you cannot say that now I will be selling everything I do here. For example, I get a tuition, that is a tuition fee for a student. I get my daily sales for a cyber services. Then I just put them here altogether, and I say that they are safe to be here up to the end of the month altogether. They are not safe enough altogether. It means I need to have a bank account whereby I can be saving those cash, and I get it the time I want. I can be able to get them, to withdraw them anytime I want. That is why in the banking you are being advisable to go and open the right accounts altogether. For example, don't open a fixed deposit account in the business where you don't have a current account account. It means your business will end up to go at a charge altogether. Yes.